All right, this is Twindem. I'm Bwah. This is Twin, and you watching Who Dat with TIMMAY.
I'ma provide all your wishes. I know that I'm on your wish list. The sunshine, give you kisses. You're so fine, it's ridiculous. Whoa, whoa. I'ma provide all your wishes. You know that I'm on your wish list. The sunshine, give you kisses. You're so fine, it's ridiculous. Whoa, whoa. You already fine, you a dime, but that liquor got you looking like a goddess. My Pocahontas, this Henny got me stripping off your garments. Made me wanna sex it till the morning. Hey Joe, who them say them know me?
Welcome back to Who That's Your Boy TIMMAY. It's a long time coming with Twindem, and my first question always, which one you is? I have cousins who is twins, and I tell the difference. I tell the difference by their wife. So then I see the one twin with that wife, say, okay, that's that one, that's that one. So how I would tell the difference between you and you?
I mean, I got like a dream catch on my arm. Like, there's a lot of stuff. I got a scar.
You won't tell me which one you is yet, though?
Oh, Bwah.
So say Bwah is a dream catcher that twin. So twin, how they know you is?
You could. Well, I have different tattoos from him too. Like you could tell, and he's a little bigger than me, slightly bigger, and my goatee just a little longer. But I mean,
Well, me personally, like around you, I can tell the difference because in my opinion, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think Bwah more aggressive and twin more laid back. That's right, or?
Yeah, that's correct. You could say that. You could say that.
So long time coming. My brother's keeper, MBK 123. Let these people know, because we gotta go way back, way back. What decided? What day you wake up and say, you know what, I want to start rapping? Like, what was that spark for you? You brought first.
I think like music is something like how everybody love it. I think like it's something that everyone gonna try to do, and it's just a matter like if you good at it, you're gonna keep doing it. It's just like if you love basketball, you're gonna try to play basketball, and if you good at it, yeah, and if you good at it, you're gonna want to be in the NBA because you love basketball, and if you ain't good, then you know. But I mean, they different, but something like that.
So you doing what was it that who did you see? Who did you hear? Maybe it was an instrument or a choir. What made you think, but it's like I will do this for real?
when I was younger, I used to listen. The first rappers I probably started listening to was Jay-Z and 50 Cent and Fat Joe them. So, you know.
That East Coast rap.
Yeah. So I mean, when we was younger, we ain't had as much access to music like we have now. Like YouTube wasn't really around.
Back then you had your cars or maybe the music media, something like that.
So like, it made me wanna when I saw what I'm doing, like it make you appreciate music more because you don't get it as much as you get it now. So that's probably
where the passion come from because it was something rare to listen to.
Exactly.
So boy, you talking about the international. Who locally did you hear or see that you might have said maybe I would do this for real?
You said who local?
Yeah.
I used to listen to like Beezy, the whole A-Class movement. I don't know if you remember that. Ducky. Ducky was like, when I was in high school, like grade 8, grade 9, I used to listen to Ducky a lot. Like that was like one of my favorite rappers over here. You know, Debo. I know a lot of people ain't know Debo, but Debo, that's, yeah, G5. Debo is definitely like, you know, like I regard him as the best rapper who ever came out of the Caribbean. So, yeah, G5, Porter the Poet. Man, it's a lot.
You're talking about Ducky and Porter the Poet, and I'm not sure if you have a song Ducky, but I'm for sure you have a song with Porter. So talk to me about y'all grow up listening to them and what it means. Like y'all pairs with them, you have songs with them, you perform in shows and lifestyles. So talk to me what that means to though you start from one way, now you on that level per se.
I mean, it feels good because like years ago, like that didn't even seem like that could happen. Like we was just on the outside looking in. So you know, even though like we ain't top tier of the music industry, like to us, like seeing Porter the Poet and Ducky, that was like a big deal for us back in the day. So to be doing songs with them now, that's like, you know, like like a goal we achieved, you know.
And you two, and so I mean, your personal experience, how watching them now you on their level, doing songs to them, shows to them.
Yeah, man, it feel good, like, you know, because like you say, when we was younger, we didn't, like, if someone had tell me that I'd have been, like, I ain't saying I usually saying, like, we ain't the top in the industry, but if someone told me that I'd have been who I was today, I didn't see it. So, like, most definitely appreciative of the come up.
I know you don't just rap, you all do the engineering, you do the mixing, the mastering, so why was it important for you to learn that side of the business?
You let me do it because I used to do it.
So you use the engineering mostly. It does mostly or just you?
I mean, he's starting to do it now.
But
more so.
that's your forte.
Yeah, that's I want to do that because I know when we first started making music, we ain't had nowhere to record or nowhere.
So
You say
it's more necessity.
so, and I didn't actually want to rely on no one to record my stuff. Also, I recorded in studios, and I didn't having to wait for people to send you your stuff back, and but even if they send it back, it might not sound like how you want it to sound like. So I rather do my music, like you see what I'm saying, instead of have someone to do that. You see what I'm saying? Practice to me, I want to have my music. Like anytime I want to go change something, I want to go change that right then. Like you can't really do that with someone else have your stuff, especially, you know what I mean? If like they
don't love as much as you, so they don't know such an urgency. But it's like, he get what he get because he ain't get it ain't his.
That too, and the fact that like they have their own life to live too, so they ain't thinking about doing your stuff all the time. I know my music, I can make sure my stuff straight and I can have my stuff straight. And next month, you know what I'm saying? So that's why with music, I say one thing I ain't depending on no one on is actually getting music out there. Like other stuff, like managing and all that other stuff, maybe. But one thing, at least the people can get the music.
So, boy, talk to me about how, because most of us don't have this, talk to me how easy it might be for you that, because your brother doing the engineering and you get engineering too, mentally, talk to me about how easy it is, if you know you wake up today with an idea and you want to drop it, you know to say, but I got a buck studio time, I can do this. You know, if you want to write a song, you can write it now, it could be up by tomorrow. Talk about how easy it is. It might make your songwriting probably a bit easier as well.
Yeah, I always tell people this all the time. I say that's probably why we have so much more material than others. Like even stuff that ain't dropped, because we could always, like every time an idea pop, we could always like go there and, make it come to life in the music. So, that's like a real advantage, especially like it make you better too. Like say if I don't have my own studio or I don't have a home studio or something like, and you got the pen to go to the next studio, you don't even know. You could write a song home and then go to the studio and then it's like, it don't come out how you want it to come. And and then that's a waste of time. It's way easier just waking up and knowing you could just do that, and then if it's trash, you could just throw it aside, So that just make like the work process like way easier.
Then again, also everyone don't really have the discipline to do like engineering and the mix vocals and stuff. Like when people to see me doing it, they be be lost, like looking at like they think it's rocket science. But I mean, when I start doing it too, it seemed like the hardest thing because it ain't just happen overnight. Like I was like, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Because that wasn't even the software I'm using now for Logic. I started off using Cool Edit Pro, and I was using that for a long time until Sultan and Tub of them. Yeah, they Logic is where it is, where they get some nice plugins and make myself sound better, close to the industry standard.
So talk to me about the 3 mixtape series. I know I just saw this week over in part 4, but talk to me about my Brothers Keeper 1, 2, and 3. Why that title? I mean, know you're twins, but why you decided just to go? People always say in rap you have a gimmick, and that's for y'all, it ain't just a gimmick. It's actually y'all are your Brothers Keeper. Just talk to me about the title, the songs, the reception over the years. I know it's been a while, and just talk to me about the features. One thing I like, you always work with a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, my Brothers Keeper, like you say, we are Brothers Keeper. It ain't even just me and me and Ashton, me and Twin, it ain't even just us. It's like our close brethren too. Like we regard them as brothers too. So it was just like MBK does like a movement to us. Not even like no group or nothing. That's like a movement, like So we named the tape that. And the first one, people kind of liked it. I don't think it's as good now.
The first MBK, that was like an introduction, and that was actually letting people know who Twindem was more like. Instead of like, you see when rappers, they rapping, they don't really put their life in it. Like, yeah, we was more vulnerable, and we was willing to talk about things that a lot of people wouldn't talk about. Like, I think that was like the year after like a big brother Dasa died. So, like, that just made us like change my way of thinking on life and how I view things. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, I'd say that's just our introduction in the being more personal with our music.
And like you said, one thing I think, reason why you're related to so much people, yeah, you're young, but your rap about what Bahamians actually go through. Like I always say, I just said to my girlfriend yesterday, I hate riding, listen to old Bahamian songs, and dudes talking about flying planes and having cars. Like, you don't have no plane, dog, you don't have cars. Y'all talk about what Bahamians actually do. Y'all might go on the fry, y'all drive the hot track. Y'all actually talk about the Bahamian experience.
Yeah, I talk to, Drew about that all the time, because he is actually do music like that, but that dope, but me.
It's for everybody else.
Yeah,
Different people.
I try to explain to people like this, like people gonna relate to your music more because there's a lot more people who ain't got it than who got it. So if you talk about how you trying to get it, someone gonna relate to that more. Like, well, to me, because that's what I like there. Or like they like the story to come up. Like you don't gotta talk like you got it all the time. Like especially if you don't got it, like people gonna see. Like you talking like you on private jets and you got foreign this and they go on your Instagram and you ain't even really popping like that. Like people, you really get a fan base and people actually believe what you saying. You know what I mean? That's why all these guys like 21 Savage and stuff have such a big following because you could actually look at them and like believe what they saying. That's why Kanye had his fan base and Drake, like they don't front. Like you could actually see.
Jake was talking about his first before he got. He talked about he had to see this when he and act like he had just like, and you can relate to that trying to act like you have it. And just to let me know because your rapping ability, you could have gone the route of shining, showing off things, and people relate. But what decision you all made that you know what we got actually rap, but we actually but to come up. What decision was it like? You sit down and say, Ashton and Aaron, what we could do? We could rap, but this did you sit down with that or it just came natural?
It just came natural because. I mean, obviously, me and my brothers, we knowing like we have a lot of friends though. So rapping like that wouldn't even seem right because so much people know. So much people just be by us and they actually know what's going on with us. You say saying to like I rapping like that and I actually want you to play that and support that. Like I rap when they just pull up in a Ferrari. You say saying my car. You see my car out there, dog. You see what they saying, dog. So. That's why I made the song Hatchback because I don't want people to like think like just because you ain't got it like you can't be lit like you can't be that nigga. At the end of the day, like I wanted to seem cool. It's more cool to be real than to be you know what I mean to be rich. More cool to be. I'd rather be real and broke than fake and rich. I always tell people that. So that's something I want to save that for when I actually really do have those things, you know what I mean? Because like I say, what you gonna talk about now? I see a lot of artists who ain't even on our level. They talking like you already make it. I was like, what y'all gonna talk about when y'all make it? You know what I mean? So I want to save that for that because I realize rappers like Big Sean, like getting rich is like the best thing that happened to them. Like days of
and you make it you make a reference to Big Sean. His first mixtape series, like I love my brother's keeper, that finally famous. So even though he was famous, he's trying to get them. When he get on, now he get the luxury Hall of Fame. Like I like that mindset. So my favorite project from you, I Remember the Twins. Most of my favorite songs from you are on that project. So just talk to me about why you decided to take a break from them because that could have been my brother's keeper before. So why you decided to say Remember the Twins?
Well, basically why Remember the Twins is just to say that even if we make it or not make it, no matter what, you're gonna remember the Twins. Like if we don't make it, you're just gonna remember the Twins, no matter what.
Yeah, like what he said, like basically like it was like in a way like where we thought I had a feeling. Let me not say like a feeling, but in my mind I wasn't thinking too much on blowing, but I was like, all right. We could push this project out and even like people who know what's going on like in Nassau or whatever, they be like, all right, this like we can drop the hardest tape in the city and they can like this gonna be it to like remember the Twins like, and that's why we did it in a way like you see the cover, it actually looked like a dad scene, like you saying like how if someone passed on they'd be more remembered and talked about as if they're rather than if they're alive. So that's why we went that route with that too.
Twinny, can you play it for me? Do this one favor for me.
You know that ain't a thing, shorty. Just know when I play, shorty, you better get naked for me. I know my Grammy praying for me. I know she praying for me. And I'm just praying that the Lord don't take it from me. I fell in love, I thought that God had an angel for me.
So from that type, the biggest song I think it resonated there people was Ocean Club. So talk to me about the song right behind that song because, and what I like about that, you could have said Bahama, you could have said Atlantis, but Ocean Club gave it a certain type of prestige. So why you decided to talk about Ocean Club?
Actually, when I wrote Ocean Club, I ain't never been Ocean Club at the time, but Ashton, he went there, he went there one night, and he's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, he was starstruck from it, or, whatever you want to call it. And he's like, bro, we got to get over there, because he's describing the houses to me, and I was picturing it, we twins, so I could picture it too. So, the next day I just put on a beat, And you know, I was just like, I got dreams about Ocean Club, real. And it was real, because we really do. You know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't want to live in the back there?
So
Like,
talk to me about the experience you had to come to university, but I said, but we gotta get there.
Man, like you say, one night I go on there, must see, I was with my boy Butler, Crunchy, and someone else was with us. I go on the back there, we just riding around looking at the houses. I was like, I ain't even know in the back there was like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that. You say he's saying, like, so I was like, but I gotta live in the back here no matter what I do. I gotta get there. So I came home and I told my brother about the experience. I wasn't even home the next day all day. So he actually, I think I was in a hotel somewhere. I can't remember where I was, but I was in a hotel and he actually voice noted the hook to me. I don't think he recorded it yet because I don't think he was recording himself at that time. So he just voice noted the hook to me and he did a verse, which was much more dirty than the one we released because we actually have like a few versions of that song like recorded. Like we probably recorded that like about 3 times, like once on a whole another software. Then we recorded it with Zoltan, and then we came from Remember the Twins. He's like, all right, we gotta record this again because the one we did with Zoltan was too clean, man. Like it didn't have that vibe with the vibe we initially wanted to have. He's saying so. It ain't as dirty as the first one because obviously Remember the Twins don't have that much cursing because you know the BTC and all that. You know, we want that.
Trying to get the corporate there.
We want to calm that down. That's another story, but.
And did you expect to have that type of reaction? Because I remember when you were performing at Lifestyles, like everyone was singing it word for word.
I mean, I don't think it would have been as you know, as I didn't think people would see it as good as I don't thought people would see it as good as they see it, they saw it or whatever. But you know, every time we have music, we just play it for our friends, and the way we see them vibing it, you mean know when they lying or not. Like they ain't gotta lie to us because we have hundreds of songs. So telling us one song so they don't care. They don't care. Like they don't care at all to tell us if they don't like something. You say the music opinion is, but when we see a certain amount of people, like we see how they reacted, like we like, all right, this can be something. You say saying, but I mean, it could have been a bigger song if we went about it different ways. If we actually tried to get on the radio, we tried to do this and that. You say saying we actually, you know what I mean? If the beat, like we could have gone further, but we just wanted to use that as like promotion, as in
A springboard.
yeah, like we wanted to like get Twindem out there because even though we are still popular, probably popular than most artists, we still want to be like. We want everyone in our sort of like when they see us, even if you don't say nothing to us, we want like when you see Twindem, you know what's going on. You see what I'm saying?
So, boy, let me know what's your favorite song, your favorite personal song. Or, if it's Ocean Club, then I don't know, Ocean Club on the tape.
oh, on that tape, probably Grammy Sports. That's probably my favorite. Personal, yeah.
Favorite song in that have to be Hatchback, then probably Moment, the song we do with Judah. Easily, then I'd have to say probably Ocean Club, and I mean like that's my music. All them, you say then I go on to name on 10 songs just now.
Yeah, but you say for you personally, Hatchback.
Yeah, Hatchback.
So after that, y'all got a couple takes, Horse and Tropics. But like, the tape I really like, which was My Island Time, and I don't know if y'all saw what's happening in the world, because you know, like Tory Lanez, Drake, they were trying to mix the island flavor into their music, but y'all are actually from the island, so y'all aside, so let me, and you know what, we actually from it, we gotta do it, so why not put it in your rap? So y'all features from A Major, y'all features, I think it was True, Judah and Lex, and my personally think your best song, your best radio ready song, your best commercial song to me is Don't Fuss, which I love, the Hook Kings, other than y'all, Lex and Judah on the talking about write that song, Don't Fuss.
Don't Fuss.
Well, Don't Fuss, that was actually, Lex actually, I tell Lex, send me something, so he actually sent a hook. It was just a hook, nothing else, no backups, and then he sent a hook and a beat. The beat wasn't leased or anything. So he looked like he was sleeping on it, so I was like, bro, send me that, watch what I do with it.
Sleepy Lex is sleeping.
I say, send me that, watch what I do with that. He's saying, so he sent me his vocals, and he sent me well, he didn't send me the beat, I actually leased the beat or whatever, and then I had backups there. Aaron did his verse, I did my verse, the first verse, and then I say, okay, this bridge pieces need something. He's saying, I was like, let me get Judah on it. Then Judah added his backups, and then Don't Fuss happened right there. You see what he's saying? But I was like, but I let Aaron hear. When I see Aaron was, you know, when he was liking it, that's when I was like, all right, we gotta do something with this. We can't let this go to sleep.
So let me know how you felt when you first when he sent it to you.
When Sleepy Lex sent the hook, I heard it like he's playing it off his phone, and I was like, bro, what is that, bro? That's Lex. And I was like, bro, tell him send that right now, bro. Like, cause Or did he already send it? He just sent it already? What you playing it off of? I know I heard it off something that's like, bro, what is that? I say, bro, that's a hit. Because I know Lex, he is sleep. He's record a lot and nothing is dropped. Like I see why they go sleepy Lex. He sleep on a lot of twins. Like real, like that's so real. Like if he's like, bro, send that ain't going to waste. I actually see some gold in that, so he send that. If you don't want it, we could, you know, you ain't even gotta do nothing for that. You know? And that's how that
There's a few more things. So the video we premiered at the beginning of this who that Wishes. Talk to me about writing that song, Wishes with Drew.
Yeah. Wishes. I mean, that's the next song what I did. You know, when I was home, Ashton was off to work, and like I just work on music. Like when he ain't there, that's a hook. Like if, you know, sometimes he like it, sometimes he don't. That's just one they like. So you know, we just worked on that, and it's like, you know, let's do a video for it.
And talk to me about the thought process in that video.
The thought process. Well, I can't really say I have a thought process. You'd have to ask Miguel that, but I mean, like.
And so you were trust him enough that you give him the song and just go ahead.
We basically just want to have like a island vibe, because you know the song, it sounds like something like Caribbean like. So yeah, basically we just want that vibe, like beach, you know, something nice and chill, beautiful young ladies, you know, like wishes like I provide all your wishes. Like yeah, we ain't going too deep in like nighttime wishing on no star and then you know all that would have been solid too. But you know, I mean, it was fun, man. We had a solid time recording that video.
So next week will be Unplugged 2. And when Unplugged 1 first came out, I wasn't even in this business yet. I was worrying about the NBA and basketball. So just to give you a little background on Unplugged. First one, you have Rap Kwele, you have Tada, you have MDs, you have So Much. So that's the type of a thing you're about to go on for part 2. So now you'll have the Rick Carey, Dyson, the Wendy, the Buzzer. So how does it feel to be on stage? Because we're paying tribute to the late great Nat Williams and you know his crew. And how does it feel to be on stage with a live band for Unplugged 2?
I mean, for most time doing music, it always felt like we was like up there, but it always felt like it was like a division, dividing us from like the actual serious artists in the Bahamas. So actually being on the stage with all D-Mac, Rick Carey, Wendy, Dyson or whatever, like who actually like, they actually like, you know what I mean? Like they performing and they know, you know saying, like it actually feel like, you know what I mean? Like we getting the exposure we should have been getting. You see what I'm saying? So
What about you?
Sam, feel like we supposed to be getting the recognition we supposed to be getting. And like he say, you know, Dyson, Wendy, MD is the like Rick Carey, they artists us that actually take this serious and actually making a living off of this. So, you know, to be sharing the stage with them, that's humbling, you know. Like, I don't take it for granted at all.
Do you have any nerves performing with a live band and you're used to tracks?
If we have any
Nerves to perform with a band, because a band is a different feel.
Yeah, that'd be great. We ain't never even practiced with a band before, but I sure, like, we have songs like Magic and stuff like, but, you know, someone could just, like, if someone could read, you know, like, play by ear, they could just, you know, and we could just ride the beat.
What would you feel about performing with a band?
I always wanted to do that, you know, like something like it ain't the same thing. Like you have the track behind and you recording over it. Like you have something like you actually could perform now and like people could groove to it. Like I watched a lot of Jay-Z's performances and he goes that route. Like he has the band and like I like when they switch it up. Like J. Cole is do that too. Like I love that. So I always wanted to do that. You know what I mean? Like you could actually vibe. Like you probably could switch up how you say it in the original. Like it's a different it's a different well I ain't say beat because.
But it's a different flavor. It takes it to a different level.
Yeah, so you could vibe on it different and like, you know what I mean? Like just be one with the yeah, you know what I mean? So I waiting for that, man. You know, I can't wait.
So in conjunction with my friend Bahama Boas, each of my guests got a bow tie. So when you want to take your girl out, Bahama Boas, I got new bow ties, you know.
It's the fanciest boy ever seen.
So let's pay him be made.
Yeah.
Show the camera your ties right quick.
I know which way it's supposed to be.
Anyway, you can see the color. So while you're looking at your ties, just let people know where they can find you all.
Yeah. It's like them iPhone box too, huh? They can find us on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. I should say the name. Okay, Twitter. He's Twin Laden, right?
Yeah, Twin Laden on Instagram, Twin underscore MBK on Twitter, and on Instagram again. We is Real Twindem. If you go Real Twindem on Instagram, you basically can find us. We on Facebook, we on all that, man. Just type down Twindem. We on SoundCloud, our music, most of our music on SoundCloud. We on YouTube too. You type down Twindem, and they right there. Subscribe. Do your thing, man. Show love.
So there's Twin. This what you know is Twindem on TIMMAY, and you watching Who Dat.
Niggas saying I ain't popping, I'll pop it off. Mask off, Mardi Gras. Boy, I got a lot of sauce, so much smoke. When I bring the heat, they gotta cough. We drink so much Henny, they think all my dogs got endorsed. To top it off, them hammer spark, the block hot. It's all love, boy, I got more buzz than a shot clock. Knock, knock, they know who's there. The prince with the coolie hair versus glow. When I Curtis blow, think of Ruger's now. You on my throne, you need pillows and a booster chair. We really got the juice in there. Dump them off the roof and stare.